Hello, welcome to RHS Quick Tech, brought to you by Robertson Heating Supply. Today we're going to cover LG Multisystems, the selection of indoor heads and outdoor units, some quick installation tips, and finally how to properly quote and size a LG Multisystem. I highly recommend you pick up a copy of the LG catalog, available as a digital download or an in-print version. It contains a myriad of helpful information, such as unit selection, as well as technical information regarding piping, wiring, or charging. Simply contact your salesman and he can get you either. My name is James. Let's get started. Here we can see that we have a very simple multi-setup. We have one outdoor unit feeding two indoor units. Let's take a closer look. Starting out here at the outdoor unit, we can see we have a terminal block for electrical connections. These only utilize one breaker space for both the outdoor and the indoor, since the indoors are fed directly from the outdoor unit. Here are our indoor head wiring connections. As you can see, we have L1, L2, and then A and B. These are our communication wires to determine how much load there is in the system. Be sure to have these phased correctly when connecting to the indoor units. Our incoming power is right here. To connect to the indoor units, we'll want to utilize this 14 gauge 4-wire wire bundle. We normally quote and sell soft wire. You can get this in conduit. However, it's much easier to connect this to the line set and run it to the indoor units. Here, you can see that we have our piping connections. Please note that these are doubly insulated line sets, as both lines will condensate during operation. As you can see, we have two indoor heads, so we have two sets of line set. Please take careful note of the torque values for these, as that will be a primary source of leaks. The charging ports you can see here, as well as the valves. And here we can see the incoming power from the breaker, which is just normal 3-wire. Here we are at the first unit, and as you can see, we branch off from the line set run to here and then go further down for the next unit. Here we can see our flare connections, which come from the indoor unit and attach to the line set. Here we use RLS press, which is approved for these systems. As you can see, our 14 4-wire is run with the line set into the unit. Here we can see a very typical high wall head indicative of any ductless system. These are our most commonly used heads, either for single zone or multi-zone. This here is a low wall console. It functions identical to the high wall head, however, is mounted near the floor. This here is a ceiling cassette unit, available in either single or multi-zone. The smaller ones are 2x2, and the larger ones are 3x3, depending on capacity. They operate by pulling in return air from the middle and blowing out the sides. This is a 4-way cassette unit. Other units are available in either single-way or 2-way. Here we can see a product unique to LG. It is called the picture frame unit. And if we get closer, we can see in fact that it is a mini split head. The supply is here out the side, and the return comes here behind the picture. When there is no call, this plate retracts and sits flush. This here is a ceiling air handler unit, sometimes referred to as a pancake unit. It is ducted and has capacities up to 3 tons. It is designed to be mounted in the ceiling, much like you would see perhaps in a hotel room. However, these can be used to provide zone cooling to, say, a master bedroom or a large living room or commercial spaces. Here we can see a very exciting product, which is the LG air handler. This is a 1.5 tons, 2 ton, or 3 ton for multi-zone systems. 4 ton is available in single zone only. 3 ton requires a special distribution box, which I'll get into later. They are multi-positional, upflow, left, right, as well as downflow with a kit. You'll need a pad and stand. Shown here is a quick sling stand that allows for easy fastening of the unit to the ground. You'll need to quote a doubly insulated line set. For multi-F max units, this will be one line set from the outdoor unit to the branch box, and then from the branch box to the individual units. One optional but highly recommended item I suggest you quote would be a surge protector. Here we have a line voltage monitor and surge protector combo in a NEMA 3R rated box. The line voltage monitor cuts out below and above a certain voltage. This protects against brownouts and power surges, useful for areas with unstable power or generators. This particular model includes a surge protector as well as a disconnect. For other more typical jobs, you might want to at least quote this, which is an external surge protector that gets mounted onto the disconnect. The last item you'll need to remember is this, the 14-4 mini split cable. Making sure your system is properly sized is fairly easy. There are some ins and outs, so the general rules of thumb I give you here are to protect you, to make sure that your quoted system operates perfectly. For outdoor to indoor capacity sizing, we can size above the outdoor capacity with indoor capacity. As you can see here, I've written a simple formula to help you. And that would be the indoor capacity, so that's taking each head and adding them together, and dividing that by the outdoor capacity. And that number for a field quote should be equal to or less than 115. Going more than 115% capacity is an option. However, I would highly recommend you contact either one of the TSAs here at Robertson Heating Supply or by downloading and utilizing the LATS program. In a future video, I will cover the LATS program and the various intricacies of how to utilize that effectively. But for field quoting purposes, I would recommend sticking at or below 115%. Thank you for watching my video. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to the engineering department at 330-821-9180. My name is James. Have a good day.